This is still the morning of the 8th of December, 2025. Went to the range today, put a lot of lead down range, my 6.5 Creedmoor and my 6 hour. This 6 hour, 220, 45. Shot quite a few rounds through this as well today. I'm going to try a new approach. It seems that a lot of folks, and I put out a video on this, have a very short attention span. And when they click on one of my videos and they see 18, 28, 32 minutes, they just disappear. And the amount of viewers have dropped off significantly. I mean, I used to get like over 200,000 views in 28 days. Now, I'm down to, I'll tell you in a second. But at this rate, I'm not going to continue posting. 92,131 views over the last 28 days. 26% less than the previous 28 days. Watch time, 41% less than the previous 28 days. 78% less than the previous 28 days as far as subscribers. So I'm going to try a new approach. And I'll play a couple of minutes of a clip. And if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Title of this is Narco-Terrorism, the Bombing of Avianca 727, Escobar Deadliest Attack. Put up by Real Crime. Now it plays for almost 45 minutes. I'll play 5 minutes of it. The rest is up to you.
He built his cocaine empire on a foundation riddled with violence, blood, and addiction. His menacing brutality forever changed a country, but his dangerous commodity destroyed families and entire communities. This is a story of Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine. For a decade, the name Pablo Escobar was synonymous with cocaine and violence. He revolutionized the industry of drug trafficking and became king of Colombian coke. Escobar maintained control of his drug empire through intimidation and fear. At the same time, he fed the poor of his land and built them homes, schools, and hospitals. Colombian-born Pablo Escobar is credited with exploiting America's insatiable love and desire for cocaine. Through his marketing strategy of killing anyone who stood in his way, Escobar transformed Colombia's mom-and-pop style cocaine industry into a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Along with his compadres of the Medellin cartel, he developed a narcotics distribution network that created a drug empire the likes of which the world had never seen. He successfully shipped tens of thousands of tons of the precious powder into the United States and eventually Europe, donning him the godfather of cocaine.
Escobar was a brilliant tactician with a strategy to protect his operations in Colombia and to develop smuggling operations in the United States, which allowed him to enter more cocaine here than any other trafficker at the time.
William Gately spent 21 years as a United States Customs Special Agent. During that time period, he was responsible for numerous drug smuggling and money laundering investigations, including 2 that specifically affected Pablo Escobar's cocaine empire.
Pablo Escobar was a mafia boss. He was a ruthless drug trafficker who probably killed more people than any individual drug trafficker in the history of Colombia. He was a ruthless killer. This man aligned himself with narco-terrorism. He placed bombs on airplanes. He murdered people. Pablo Escobar was no folk hero. He has blood on his hands in Colombia that'll be in their history books for the next century.
Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1st, 1949, in the cattle farming district southeast of Medellin during Colombia's era of violence. He was a third child of farmer Abel de Jesus and Hermilda, a primary school teacher. 2 years after his birth, the family moved to Medellin before moving to a series of villages where Hermilda taught school.
He was a Paisa by birth, that is an Antioqueñan, and identified very closely with that region, as many of the people from that part of Colombia do. It's got a very distinct subculture. It's one of the reasons that Pablo Escobar never wanted to leave Colombia to flee to other countries.
Escobar was raised with strong traditional Catholic values. After years of moving about Colombia, the family eventually settled in Envigado outside of Medellin.
That's all I'm going to play for you. I'll watch the rest of it for my own edification, but like I said, I'm going to try this approach, and if it doesn't work, I'm not going to keep putting up clips. It doesn't make any sense. And for the few of you that view, thanks for doing so.